Hi guys, I'd like to have a word about the Wing Chun punch, about punching. Most blokes think that they can punch, which if you think about it, it's a little bit like all Italians thinking they can sing. Wishful thinking. If you haven't had some form of formal training, the chances are that you're just pushing and not punching, and even worse, you're going to be pushing with the soft bit of your hand instead of being able to transfer your body mass solidly through bone. Firstly, let's look at how we create the Wing Chun punch. In Wing Chun, we land the bottom three knuckles. This is what we're focusing on, this is what we're thinking is going to be landing. The reason we do this is quite simply anatomical. You can see if I take the extension of those three knuckles, that it comes down into my femur. Any movement of the skeletal bones of my arm is going to be transferred very effectively into those knuckles. If I, however, make contact with the fingers, they can move, they can bend, they diffuse force. All they're backed up behind is muscle, which is soft and can't really help us with anything. So I really do mean the three fingers, the three knuckles. The power in Wing Chun comes backwards from the shoulder, down the arm, through the elbow, into the wrist and into the hand. It's a circle, circular power, all Wing Chun movements. Now I want to continue this circular motion. As I get to my wrist, I'm going to extend my wrist in a circular fashion forwards. This may look as if I'm twisting my wrist up, but I'm not. I'm actually extending I'm not twisting my fist up, I'm extending my wrist forward. There's a huge difference in power production. When I do this, it flattens my hand, which allows for even freer transfer of energy. Another point is if I land with these knuckles, you can see that the energy that wants to transfer through my femur bone actually going up in this direction, when I want to be punching in this direction. I mean, this is just silly. Why would I do that? I can't transfer my body mass. So I want to let the shoulder rotate, elbow expand, wrist expanding forward, making contact with the bottom three knuckles. This way I can penetrate. The actual punch itself, I'm not going to be trying to punch from here or punching from here or trying to swing it around to generate kinetic energy in the arm. Everything we do in Wing Chun comes from the body. Ultimately, you'll use Chun Q to drive your body mass through your bones. So I want to just expand normally as if I'm doing Tan Sao. When I realize I can punch, I extend into contact and I accelerate through contact. Power is simply mass times speed. So when I accelerate through contact, I create acceleration, create power. I don't want to make my fist until the last minute, because even just very quickly making the fist is another form of acceleration. Everything starts to accelerate, I'm creating more and more power. So it's very important that we're trying to stay relaxed, trying to allow the arm to just generate its own force. When I'm talking about the wrists, the knuckles, it's really important that we're focusing on landing these knuckles. When we're just singly punching, it's really not very apparent that we're focusing on the middle of the hand, which a lot of people do. But if I've got both hands together, if I'm trying to punch in exactly the same place, focusing on the center of my fist actually removes my knuckles about 2 inches away from each other. So if I was punching, I would really need to be like this. Very important we land that. Quick overview: bottom three knuckles, rotate as you rotate the wrist forward as you extend, accelerate through target. This is the Wing Chun punch. Cheers. Come and see me if you have any questions.